Welcome back to the Flippin' Ain't Easy show. This is John, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you about a couple different emails that we all should have received from eBay, and they're all a bit of a mystery because they're not very clear pertaining to managed payments. So without any further ado, let's go. So let me start by giving you a little caveat here in that the information I'm going to give you here is sort of a combination of the information that I've been able to ascertain from the emails that I received today and you may have received today from eBay, and in discussing this with a USA eBay representative who sounded like she knew what she was talking about, but because it's relatively new, she may not have, of course, all the updated information. So for those of you who don't know or haven't checked your messages, this morning I received a message from eBay, and you should have as well, stating that there's new features for managed payment sellers. And in that, it gives you just sort of a 4-paragraph article on the various things that are being changed. You know how you're August 1st, they're giving certain stores additional listings, up to 10,000 listings depending on the size of your store. That's not new. That's something that they had announced, weeks back. If you go further in the first email that we received, it states that eBay is starting to streamline the returns experience or the process so that all eBay sellers share one returns experience on the marketplace to save sellers time and deliver a streamlined returns experience for buyers by providing them immediate access to return label if available and faster refunds. Learn more about this change here. So when you click on it, it takes you to something totally different. It's not anything to do with this particular deal. I think it has something to do with the number of free listings they're giving you, which has nothing to do with what I just read. And so, I did some searching, looking on the boards, couldn't find any information. There's other people that were looking for information as well to find exactly what this streamlined experience is going to be. So I put in for a call back through eBay, and there was I think it was a 75-minute wait, and I knew that means 5 hours, and I was close. It was about 4 hours before they called me back, about an hour ago, and spoke to the rep. She didn't really seem to know what I was talking about when it came to the email, so that's the caveat part, right? But I read the information to her. She saw the correspondence that I was looking at, and while I was on the phone with her, the updated email came out. The email that says correction and update for streamlined return processes for managed payment sellers. It states, once the returned item is received by you from the buyer, you will have 2 business days to review the returned item and issue a refund or ask eBay to intervene, opening a case. If action is taken, eBay will automatically issue the refund 2 business days after the tracking number shows a confirmed delivery status. At that time, we'll close the return with no impact to the seller performance. So, that didn't quite make sense to me. So I had asked the rep what that meant, and she explained that it means basically that once you receive the package as a seller, the return package, you have 2 business days to actually process that refund. And you may not have it in your possession. Like Monday, for instance, I received a return. Well, at least eBay was under the impression I received a return. It was marked as delivered in my mailbox. But, Monday I didn't have it. Tuesday it wasn't there. Wednesday it wasn't there. And Wednesday was my cutoff, so I had to give the buyer a refund sight unseen. Thursday, my neighbor came over to the house and said, hey, they delivered this to my house and it's yours. Well, it would have been nice if they'd have brought it over to me on Monday or Tuesday. Thankfully, there was no issue with the item in question. So it worked out in this particular situation. If it would have been a situation where maybe the buyer sent me back a box of rocks, I would have been out of luck. So, I don't quite agree with this because, we have 3 days currently effective the 14th of September, it's going to be 2 days, and you're going to have 1 day less to deal with this. It's not that big of a deal, but it just adds to the degree of difficulty we already have to deal with as sellers. From what I gather, the positive on this is that if eBay has to step in, you haven't processed that refund within the 2 business days, they're going to step in, give your buyer a full refund. That includes the shipping that they paid. Now, the positive is they're not going to ding your account with a defect because they had to step in and open a case. That's not going to be counted against you any longer. Now, that's really no excuse to ignore a return. You know, keep in mind with managed payments, your money, once they open that return, that item hasn't even been sent to you. Once they open that return, that money's held. So it doesn't do you any good to delay the return process. Once you get the package, process that return after you look it over, take care of the customer, get it resolved, because you know, it's just not good customer service if you just kind of hang on to it, and it doesn't do anything to your money. The money's already withheld. So the other side of this coin, and I talked to the rep about this as well, is the next paragraph of this email that reads, in cases where the buyer has a remorse return outside of your specified return window, or returned item arrives damaged or missing parts and pieces, eBay will not automatically accept the return request, and you'll have the opportunity to review and approve the return and handle the issue directly with the buyer. So I asked her, I said, well, I don't understand this. I already have the ability to do all these things. In fact, if a buyer, first of all, if a buyer tries to come to me asking me for a refund, you guys allow them to push the button, even though maybe it's 45 days after they bought it. I offer 30-day returns. They press the button to request a return. Why you give them that option is beyond me, because we've set a return policy for a reason. And there's no retailer I know that would willingly accept a return beyond their return policy. So that didn't make sense to me. And the fact that we already have as top-rated sellers, if you're a top-rated seller offering 30-day returns, or if you are above standard and you offer free 30-day returns, you should automatically have what is called the refund tool that allows you to accept the return, inspect the return. If there's missing items, if it's broken in a different condition than what you sent, or maybe a totally different item, which customers do all the time, they swap things out, you have the ability to deduct up to 50% of the value of the item. I didn't understand what this quite meant. Now, she explained to me what this is, regardless of your seller status, whether you're below standard, above standard, top-rated seller, top-rated seller plus, regardless if you offer 30-day returns, free 30-day returns, you are going to be able to access that refund tool just the same. So that led to my other question. Okay, then, so if you're allowing any seller to access the refund tool, what is my benefit as a top-rated seller or top-rated seller plus offering these 30-day returns? And she mentioned that, you know, you get higher rankings as being a top-rated seller, and you get top ranking in the best match when a customer does a search for your item. So yeah, I get that. That's definitely a positive benefit. The incentive us sellers have to maintain a top-rated status, and I'm not talking about top-rated seller plus, because those folks get a 10% discount off of their final value fees. I'm just saying top-rated seller. And one of the benefits to that was to have exclusive access to this refund tool. And now that everyone pretty much is going to have it as part of their streamlined refund process, doesn't seem quite a benefit to me. And so you're removing benefits from the top-rated seller program. So that's what I was able to gather from my conversation with her this evening. And again, I don't know how accurate that is. You know, we hashed through these emails. They seem more cryptic than informative. And I just don't understand what's going on with eBay right now. They have these links that lead to who knows where. They have a random link going from here to there, and and half the time it doesn't pertain to the information that they're talking about. So I really just don't understand. It's like they're eager to get this information out, but they're not quality checking their work. Proofread your email, make sure your links work. Well, it's a problem that eBay's having. Another thing, I stumbled across this eBay celebration that's happening in a month. Anybody hear about that? It's apparently a thank you to the seller that they're going to do, but it's a virtual thing, so we're not going to travel anywhere, which is fine with me. But it's going to be a series of seminars by different people within eBay, and hopefully it's a Q&A, because there's a couple things I want to get answered as well. But if any of you have received that information, or if you stumbled across that link, please let me know. I tried to sign up, and you have to merge your user ID on eBay to create a profile, and I got stuck with some error message. Surprise. So I brought it to her attention, and she said she was going to look into it for me. So we'll see. Maybe I'm not invited. Maybe it's just select sellers. Who knows? But let me know if you've been able to successfully register for that. But that's pretty much all I have. I just wanted to touch base with you. I thought it was really interesting. Hopefully this helps clear up the riddle that they sent you today, or message they sent you today. And hopefully that's the extent of it. If something develops, I'll certainly give you an update. If one of you all know more information about this than what I was able to provide, please leave that information below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, and considering hitting that subscribe button as well. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification icon, because I think only 10% of you guys get a notification when I make a new video. And it's information like this, that I try to get to you as soon as I can, and so you all don't have to go and search for this information yourself. So with that said, keep listing, keep making those sales, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.